All right, tonight we should all be channeling Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine, who said this.
I was appalled by the president's tweet. First of all, we know that allegations of sexual assault, I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but we know that allegations of sexual assault are one of the most unreported crimes that exist. So I thought that the president's tweet was completely inappropriate and wrong.
Appalled, horrified, and with good reason. Collins is right. Every word. No matter your tribe in these silly silo days, you cannot cotton to this crap from the President of the United States when he tweets, "I have no doubt that if the attack on Dr. Ford was as bad as she says, charges would have been immediately filed with local law enforcement authorities by either her or her loving parents. I ask that she bring those filings forward so we can learn date, time, and place. This is a man who cherishes women?" Our president is either woefully ignorant or he has personal views that are truly appalling. As Collins said, we don't know what happened with Ford and Kavanaugh, if anything. All allegations are not equal. They can be untrue and even fake. But the real problem is real claims being silenced. Upwards of 70% of victims of attempted or completed assault don't come forward. And one of the major reasons is they fear being disbelieved. Many are young, scared, and or ashamed, dealing with guilt. This was not an aberration from Trump. This was a double down on dumb.
We have to fight for him, not worry about the other side. And by the way, women are for that more than anybody would understand.
What did he just say? Women want to see Ford disadvantaged and treated like an unbelievable political plant. Really? Tell that to the 1 in 6 women in this country who are raped or suffer attempted rape. The 1 in 33 men, by the way. And those numbers may be conservative. Why? Because people don't come forward. This is a plague. The attackers have every advantage. 98% don't get punished. Victims find that out, and it makes it even less likely to come forward. I just did a documentary on it. You can find it on HLN On Demand. Imagine if you're a victim and you read this Trump tripe. You watch this toxic confirmation process, and be honest, we just heard the news. The senators are not focused on finding the truth of the Ford allegation. This is about getting Trump a win, making GOP part of history by capturing control of a generation of jurisprudence. That's what they want. Nothing more, nothing less. The White House, McConnell, the president, all saying 100% he's getting through. Not a one of them have heard a word from her directly. Chuck Grassley says he doesn't even have the full letter. And they're already guaranteeing confirmation. Now, they may be right. The judge may not have a stitch of blame in this situation, but they don't know that. And it's clear they're not desperate to find out. The urgency, rather, is in getting him through and calling the Democrats out. Senator Feinstein and the Democrats held the letter for months, only to release it with a bang after the hearings were over, done very purposefully to obstruct and resist and delay. Let her testify or not and take the vote. Now, maybe he's right. Maybe the Democrats did do it. They deny it, but maybe they made a play. I can't prove they did. But I would argue it doesn't look great for them. I asked Feinstein to come on and to talk about why she held on to the anonymity promise and didn't deal with the rest of the process and the duty to disclose. She declined. But is that our priority right now? I would argue no. Punishing bad politics at the cost of what? Denying an alleged victim of an attempted assault the respect that would show we do care about women like this? A woman who reportedly spoke to friends years ago, to a therapist, to her husband, yet no investigation, no extra witnesses, no delay. Do it now, deal with our skepticism and obvious frustration with your existence, and you will at best get a shot at a he said, she said. And then we wonder about that 70% stat of people who stay quiet. Starts to make sense, doesn't it? This is not an argument, by the way. This is a plea. The senators are going to do what works for them and their aims. That much is clear. I'm not worried about them. There are people who matter a lot more. There are boys, girls, men, and women. Many may be watching. And when it comes to these types of experiences, you are still in the shadows. You are afraid of what people will say, what they'll believe and not believe, and that talking will only make it worse. Please know this. The president does not echo the soul of this country in this regard. The truth is, there are many more who will help you than try to hurt you. We're going to put a hotline number on the screen. If you need help, make a call. Coming forward is not easy, but it is better than the alternative.